Have you ever felt the sky speak even in silence? There are nights when the stars seem to merely decorate the darkness, but there are others when the moon itself becomes a warning, a profound call that pierces the soul. On September 7th and 8th, 2025, a rare phenomenon will occur before our eyes. The moon will turn an intense red, as if the sky itself were announcing a sentence. This blood moon will not only be an astronomical spectacle, but a sign etched in the heart of time, separating those who remain from those who will be erased from the earth. And I want you to feel that with me now. Imagine looking up at the sky that night and realizing that it's not just a red moon, but a mark etched upon the destiny of humanity. Many will ignore it, others will shudder without understanding why, but a select few will feel deep in their hearts that this is a point of no return. This moment is a watershed, and I will guide you to understand why this date brings with it so much mystery, so much revelation, and so much hidden power. The moon has always been seen as a mirror of the human soul. Through its phases, it reveals change, cycles of growth, loss, and rebirth. But when the moon turns red, it ceases to be just a companion of the night and becomes a warning. This deep red is like an open wound in the sky, reminding us that the earth is under judgment. Have you ever stopped to think about why this phenomenon stirs the human heart so much? It's not just the color, but what it awakens within us: fear, mystery, and a sense that something is about to happen. On the night of September 7th to 8th, 2025, when the blood moon rises, every eye looking skyward will feel its weight. Some will feel a call to transformation, while others will feel as if they are being watched, evaluated, almost as if an invisible scale were measuring their actions, thoughts, and intentions. This will be no ordinary event, because its symbolism spans cultures, religions, and legends, always pointing to moments of drastic change. But the most profound aspect of this vision is that it speaks not of destruction for the sake of chaos, but of revelation. It is as if the red moon tears away the veil of illusion that covers the earth, revealing who we truly are. It illuminates not only the external world, but especially the human interior, exposing secrets, intentions, and choices that were hidden. Those who walk in righteousness will feel the presence of protection, but those who carry shadows will realize there is no longer any place to hide. Can you imagine the intensity of this moment? People in different parts of the planet, without ever having spoken to each other, will feel the same chill, the same unease before a bleeding sky. It will be like a universal call, impossible to ignore. Even the most skeptical who try to reduce everything to calculations and cold explanations will realize that there is something greater behind it. This something greater cannot be measured in laboratories but can be felt in the heart of every human being. And perhaps that's precisely what makes September's blood moon so decisive. It doesn't depend on belief to act, because its message is silent but undeniable. Every heart will be touched, every conscience will be challenged. And the big question is, when this mirror in the sky shows who we truly are, will we be ready to face it? When we talk about being erased from the earth, it's not just about physically disappearing, but about losing connection with what gives meaning to existence. The world already lives in a rhythm of oblivion, where many walk like shadows, with no spark in their eyes, no direction in their souls. The blood moon arrives as a sign to reveal who still keeps the flame burning and who has surrendered to the darkness. It's like a moment of separation, in which each person will be placed before a cosmic mirror and forced to recognize their own truth. This separation doesn't happen by chance. Everything in the universe follows an order, even when we can't understand it. With each cycle comes a time of cleansing, a time when that which no longer vibrates at the same frequency must go. The September 2025 moon will mark this invisible sorting. Many will feel as if something is being ripped from within them. Relationships, masks, illusions, and this will cause pain. But in truth, it will simply be the thread cutting off what no longer serves, paving the way for the new. Imagine standing in a field illuminated by a red moon and noticing that each person around you shines with different intensity. Some radiate light, others seem to almost dissolve into shadow. This is a symbolic portrayal of what will happen. The issue will not be about religion, belief, or titles, but about essence. Those who lived a lie, trying to hide their true face, will be exposed. Those who sought the truth, even if they stumbled, will be recognized. There is no pretending before a sky ablaze. This moment will bring fear to many, because the idea of being erased awakens a natural anguish. But in truth, it's not about punishment, but rather consequences. Every decision made thus far has paved a path, and the blood moon will only show where each path leads. There will be no judges, no visible courts. Judgment will come from the soul's own reflection before the red light of the sky. It's a call to look without masks, without excuses, without delays. And it is precisely here that hope lies. Because even in the face of this intense scenario, there is still time. The moon's signal comes not only to announce the end, but to awaken those who are still asleep. It is like the final toll of a bell before a great turning point, calling for each person to make a clear choice, to remain truly alive or be erased by the darkness itself. This choice is being written now as you hear these words. When the sky turns red, not only individuals are touched, but entire multitudes are attuned to something greater. The collective awakening begins as a silent wave that passes through hearts and minds, causing thousands of people around the world to feel the same restlessness. This awakening can begin with a simple shiver, a strange dream, a feeling that time is speeding up. Gradually, it becomes impossible to ignore that something grand is happening. In this process, some will resist with all their might. Fear of the unknown, attachment to old structures, and a refusal to let go of illusions will cause many to close their eyes to the signs. These are the ones who cling to the ground even when the earth is crumbling, believing they can control the inevitable. But awakening doesn't ask for permission. It comes like a strong wind that rips open doors and windows, forcing light into where darkness once reigned. However, it's important to understand that resistance isn't just negative. It also reveals the depth of the transformation. Those who resist are in some way recognizing that something powerful is happening, even if they don't yet know how to deal with it. This internal struggle between the old and the new is an essential part of the process. What differentiates those who remain from those who will be erased is the willingness to go through this struggle, even if it hurts, instead of pretending nothing is happening. And here comes the most beautiful aspect of this collective awakening, the invisible connection between those who choose the light. People who have never seen each other, in distant countries, will feel as if they are connected by an invisible thread. Words will not be necessary. Heart will recognize heart. This is the birth of a new silent community, formed not by dogma or borders, but by shared truth before the burning sky. Perhaps you're already feeling this calling. Perhaps you're noticing that more and more people around you are questioning, searching for something greater, even without fully understanding what it is. This is no coincidence. It's the awakening movement that has already begun, preparing the ground for the night when the red moon will bring its definitive revelation. And the question that echoes is, will you resist until you are consumed, or will you surrender to the call and undergo the transformation? There are times in life when silence speaks louder than any words. Days before September's blood moon, many will feel a strange weight in the air. The sky will seem denser, dreams more intense, encounters more meaningful. It will be as if the world is holding its breath, waiting for something grand. This silence will not be empty, but full of hidden messages, as if every detail of nature is trying to warn of what is to come. Some will notice signs in small things, more restless animals, sudden changes in the weather, coincidences that seem orchestrated by invisible hands. Those who pay attention will understand that none of this is ordinary. It's the prelude to a cosmic moment, the slow beat that precedes the great sound. This silence is like the heart beating slower before a revelation, preparing the body for a wave that can transform everything. It is in this silence that many will have prophetic dreams, visions, or powerful intuitions. It will not be uncommon to find people recounting strange experiences, as if they had passed through portals during the night. The collective unconscious will be vibrating in tune, capturing signals that the physical eye cannot see. The blood moon does not begin the instant the sky turns red. It begins days before within the minds and hearts of those connected. This silence will also be a test of patience. Many will feel anxious, as if something is about to explode. There will be those who can't sleep, who feel chills for no reason, who cry without apparent explanation. All of this is part of the preparation. It's the body, soul, and mind aligning themselves with the great moment. Those who don't understand this process may mistake it for illness, for imbalance, but the truth is that it's a profound adjustment. And when the night of the blood moon finally arrives, everyone will understand the reason for this silence. It will be like walking through a door that was already open within us, just waiting to be revealed. Those who know how to listen to the silence before the red night will also know how to decipher the message it carries. The red moon will not come just to be gazed upon. It will be the stage for a judgment no one can avoid. But this judgment will not be carried out by human hands, nor by earthly institutions. It will happen silently, within each being. The red light of the sky will reflect directly on the hidden shadows of the heart, revealing secrets many have tried to bury. There will be no disguises, no excuses, only the naked truth before the spirit itself. This invisible judgment is not about punishment but about consequences. Everything sown throughout life, every choice, every word, every thought, will be placed before us. Many will believe it's just a natural spectacle, but deep inside, they will feel a weight they can't explain. It's as if the moon is watching each person, distinguishing those who carry light from those who choose to remain in darkness. Have you ever noticed how at crucial moments life seems to accelerate certain situations? Relationships reach breaking point, truths come to light, masks fall effortlessly. This is the same process that will occur on a global scale during the blood moon. The invisible judgment will accelerate everything that was already latent. It won't be an external event imposing something new, but a revelation of what already existed, hidden in the deepest corners of the human soul. For some, this judgment will bring peace because it will confirm that they have walked toward what is true. For others, it will be like an inevitable sentence, an unbearable weight that will remind them of all the wasted opportunities. This contrast will become increasingly evident, not only within people but between them. The division between those who remain and those who will be erased will become clearer, not by external imposition, but by the reflection of their own conscience. And the most disturbing thing is that no one will be able to hide. There will be no caves, no walls, no excuses capable of protecting them from the truth reflected by the red moon. The invisible judgment will be silent, but absolute, and those who understand this will realize there is still time to align their lives before night falls. On the night the moon turns red, the impact will be instantaneous. Not just in the sky, but within each person. Something will move uncontrollably. Hearts will beat differently. Breathing will become labored, and many will feel as if they are being watched by an invisible gaze. This sensation will be so real that even the most skeptical will be able to ignore it. It will be as if time stops for a few moments, suspending Earth's routine so that each person can face their own truth. The first effects will manifest in the body and mind. Some will feel chills, others will cry, and many will feel restless, without understanding why. The Earth's energy field will be altered, and this change will be felt in every human cell. Those who are more aligned will notice a strengthening of intuition, as if clear and direct thoughts were whispered in their ears. Those carrying hidden burdens will feel the weight doubled, as if the moon were pressing down on every poorly healed wound. But the impact won't just be individual. Collectively, there will be a different vibration, as if an invisible tension connects crowds that have never seen each other. People will notice strange behavior in others, emotional outbursts, and truths suddenly revealed. It will be a time of mass revelation, where nothing can remain hidden. It is at this point that friendships, families, and even entire nations will be tested to their core. Have you ever imagined walking down the street and feeling that the silence around you isn't ordinary, but charged with something greater? This will be the atmosphere of the blood moon. Eyes will meet with greater intensity, as if people are recognizing something profound in each other. The invisible will become palpable, and even those who have never looked within themselves will be forced to confront what they have always avoided. This immediate impact will be just the beginning. The red night will mark a rupture, a cut in time that will divide humanity between what was and what will be. From that moment on, nothing will be the same again, because a line will have been drawn, and everyone will know exactly which side they are on. The blood moon not only reveals, it separates. The intense red that will tint the sky will act as a divider, clearly showing who walks in the light and who remains trapped in the shadows. This division will not be made by words or human judgments, but by the very vibration each person emits. Those who choose to live in truth will radiate calm and firmness, while those who have fed on lies and deceit will carry the mark of restlessness on their faces. This separation will be deeply felt in human relationships. Long-standing friendships could be torn apart in a matter of hours, because the truth that was once bearable will become unbearable. Couples will realize they can no longer hide what they already knew deep down. Family bonds may be strained as the blood moon doesn't respect social conventions. It only exposes what's hidden. This division will be painful, but necessary, because there's no way to move into the new while carrying old chains. And the most impressive thing is that there will be no pretending. There will be no point in smiling wearing masks or repeating pretty phrases. The look will give everything away. Each person's vibration will speak louder than any words. Those who remained true to their essence even amidst their downfalls will be recognized. Those who lost themselves in illusions and masks will be revealed. This is the essence of division. It's not about appearances, but about essence. At the same time, this separation will open the way for unexpected encounters. People who have never met will feel an instant connection, as if they've recognized each other for their entire lives. This union will be one of the most beautiful hallmarks of the Red Night, for it will show that even in the face of separation, there is a calling to form a new community based on truth. The invisible thread that connects those who choose the light will strengthen, creating alliances that will withstand time and chaos. This division between light and shadow is not a punishment, but a consequence. The blood moon creates nothing new. It merely reveals what was already there, hidden in the corners of the soul. And faced with this revelation, each person will have to choose which side to remain on. This choice cannot be postponed, or ignored. It is the moment when humanity looks within itself and decides who will be remembered and who will be erased. After the blood moon fades on the horizon, nothing within us will be the same. It's as if an invisible key has been turned, opening internal doors that have been locked for years. Many people will wake up the next day with a strange sensation, a mixture of lightness and restlessness, as if something has been ripped from within them. Some will feel the weight of old guilt lifted, while others will have the distinct impression of carrying even heavier burdens. These internal transformations won't be subtle. People accustomed to living on the surface will feel an urgent need to seek depth, to delve into issues they previously avoided. There will be those who radically change their way of life, abandoning old habits, toxic relationships, and even professions that no longer make sense. Anything that doesn't resonate with the new vibration will naturally be swept away, like leaves blown away by the wind. At the same time, emotions will be more intense than ever. What once seemed easy to control will become difficult to contain. There will be outbursts of anger, unexpected tears, and unexplained laughter. This isn't madness, but purification. The red moon has stirred the roots of the unconscious, bringing to the surface memories, pain, and secrets that need healing. And for those who embrace this process, each tear will become liberation. But it's also true that many will try to resist. They'll pretend nothing has changed, that it was just a beautiful night, a natural spectacle. However, life won't allow this illusion to last long. Within a few days, they'll realize that the circumstances around them are changing rapidly, pushing them toward decisions they can no longer postpone. This will be proof that transformation depends not only on willpower, but on the irresistible force of time. These internal transformations will be the true legacy of the blood moon. More than the spectacle in the sky, what will remain is the silent change within each human being. Because from this night onward, the world will not be guided solely by what it sees, but by what it feels. And this inner change will be the foundation of everything that comes after. Just as everything within us will be transformed, the external world will visibly reflect this movement. A few days after the blood moon, signs will begin to emerge on Earth, showing that the planet's vibration has also changed. The weather will seem more unstable, the winds stronger, the waters more choppy. This won't be just a whim of nature, but a reflection of the cosmic energy released during the Red Night. Furthermore, collective events will reveal the intensity of this shift. Hidden truths will come to light in governments, financial systems, and structures that seemed unshakable. It will be as if a veil has been torn, exposing secrets kept for decades. People will be surprised by unexpected revelations, but deep down, they will know that all of this was already being prepared by the great revelation of the moon. Nothing can be hidden anymore because the very vibration of the earth will demand transparency. Human relationships will also reflect these signs. Friendships and family ties may be tested to the limit, revealing who is truly there for love and who is there merely for convenience. Many people will lose old companions, but will find new connections that will feel more genuine than any bond they've ever had. This will be one of the greatest outward signs of change, the formation of new alliances, born of revealed truth. And we can't ignore the signs in our own bodies. Many will experience physical changes: insomnia, intense dreams, palpitations, sudden heat. These symptoms will be part of the adaptation to the new energy circulating on Earth. Those who try to resist this process will feel more discomfort, while those who surrender will realize they are being prepared for a new way of living. The body will be like an antenna adjusting its frequency to capture something greater. These external signs will serve as confirmation for those who have already felt the internal transformation. It will be impossible to deny that something has changed, because the entire world will be reflecting the same truth, and every detail, every event, every revelation will be like a piece of a larger puzzle, assembled under the red light of the passing moon. Being erased from Earth doesn't just mean ceasing to exist physically. It's deeper, more subtle, and at the same time more devastating. It means losing connection with one's essence, with one's purpose, with the spark that sustains true life. The blood moon won't bring sudden extermination, but an invisible mark that will seal destinies. Those who refuse to change, who choose to remain in the darkness, will begin to feel themselves slowly being removed from the flow of life. These people will experience a kind of emptiness. Nothing will bring them satisfaction, even that which once seemed to fill their days. Joy will be replaced by a silent emptiness, an apathy that corrodes the soul. Some will seek distraction, immersing themselves in excesses, but the feeling of absence will continue to grow. It will be as if they are alive on the outside, but slowly fading away on the inside, until they no longer have the strength to sustain their own existence. Furthermore, there will be clear signs in the external world. People who once seemed strong and influential will suddenly lose their position. Those who lived by deception and manipulation will see their masks fall, leaving them exposed before everyone. Many will not bear this revelation and will choose to come out on their own, unable to deal with their own truth. This will be one of the most painful forms of erasure, the fall of those who seemed unshakable. This fate is not imposed by revenge, but built by choices. Every lie sustained, every opportunity for change rejected, every gesture of shadow accumulated creates a weight that cannot be ignored. The red moon will only reveal this accumulation and accelerate its consequences. That is why being erased is not something sudden, but the result of a lifetime of walking away from one's essence. And even in this dark fate, there is a call for reflection, for each person who is erased will serve as a sign to those who remain, a living reminder that there is no time to waste, that change must be made now, because the same force that seals the downfall of some can lift the transformation of others. While some will be erased, others will remain. But remaining doesn't just mean surviving, it means carrying on a greater mission. The blood moon separates so that a new path can be forged, and those who remain will have the responsibility of guiding the reconstruction of the world. It will not be an easy task, because the scenario after the red night will be marked by ruptures, pain, and confusion. But it is precisely in these moments that the light must rise. Those who remain will feel a different strength within themselves, as if they've received a renewed flame. Many who previously saw themselves as ordinary will discover talents, gifts, and intuitions they never imagined they possessed. It will be like awakening from a deep sleep and realizing they've always carried a mission, but only now has it been activated. These gifts will come not to feed the ego, but to serve, to guide, to illuminate. This mission will not be carried out in isolation. There will be unexpected encounters among those who remain, forming groups and alliances that will soon recognize each other as part of something greater. These silent communities will be like points of light scattered throughout the world, resisting external chaos and preserving their essence. It will be the beginning of a new, invisible network, connecting hearts willing to uphold the truth revealed by the moon. However, this mission will require courage, because staying will mean facing a changing world, full of uncertainty and loss. Many around us will be falling, being erased, and this will bring pain to those who remain. But the pain will also be fuel, reminding us of a greater purpose. With each tear, the flame will grow stronger, and each step will be guided by a force beyond human understanding. And deep down, this mission will not be imposed from without. It will spring from within, like an unshakable certainty that one was born for this time. Those who remain will have no doubt that they are here for a reason, and that reason will be greater than any fear. Because the blood moon has come not only to separate, but to awaken warriors of light who will carry the next chapter of humanity. After the night the sky turned red, Earth will never be the same, not because the planet itself has changed shape, but because humanity will have crossed an invisible frontier. The new path will open up like an unknown road, full of challenges, but also loaded with unprecedented possibilities. This will be a time when every choice will carry much greater weight, as everything will accelerate, leaving no room for masks or illusions. The new path will be marked by transparency, Nothing will remain hidden for long. Secrets will inevitably come to light, exposing the fragility of systems, institutions, and even personal relationships that once seemed solid. This process will be painful for many, but absolutely necessary for a truer world to emerge. It will be like demolishing a house full of cracks to build a new solid home. However, this reconstruction won't be immediate. The initial chaos will confuse many, and there will be moments when it will seem like everything is falling apart. But deep down, it will simply be the natural clearing of a field that needs to be cleared before receiving new seeds. It is at this point that those who remain will play a fundamental role, as their presence will be like a beacon in the darkness, helping others navigate this period of transition. And even in the face of difficulties, signs of renewal will begin to emerge. New forms of community will emerge, based on truth and mutual support. People who previously lived in isolation will realize the strength of unity and the need to walk together. Individualism will give way to a stronger collective consciousness, because it will be impossible to face challenges without the help of other hearts aligned with the same vibration. This will be Earth's new path, not an easy one, but one marked by revelations, reconstructions, and transformative encounters. Those who can bravely navigate this process will realize that, deep down, everything was always headed toward this moment. Because the Red Night will not be the end, but the beginning of a time when humanity will learn to live according to the truth that has been revealed to it. September's blood moon will be just the first sign. After it, new revelations will come, like successive waves that will continue to awaken humanity. These revelations will come not only through the sky, but also through the earth, through the human heart itself, and through events that can no longer be ignored. It will be a time when each day will bring with it hidden messages, waiting for attentive eyes to decipher them. Among these revelations, many will be linked to nature. The planet will clearly show that it can no longer bear being exploited without limits. Disasters, sudden climate changes, and unusual phenomena will, in fact, be cries from the earth for awareness. But rather than just fear, these manifestations will also bring signs of healing to those who know how to listen. Because nature speaks not only of destruction, but also of renewal. Another revelation will come through collective consciousness. Shared dreams, collective intuitions, and even similar visions in people who have never met will show that there is an invisible field connecting everyone. This will serve as confirmation for those who have always felt there was something greater guiding humanity. Gradually, it will be impossible to deny that there is a higher power organizing events, even when they seem chaotic. There will also be painful revelations, especially about systems of power that have controlled humanity for centuries. The blood moon will have pulled back the curtains, and the secrets that come to light will bring shock, anger, and indignation. But they will also open space for new forms of leadership to emerge, more connected to the truth and less subject to manipulation. This phase will require discernment, because not every revelation will be well received, but all will have a liberating purpose. And above all, the most intimate revelation will come, the awakening of gifts and perceptions within each human being. Ordinary people will discover they can hear, feel, and see beyond what they believed possible. It will be as if the Red Night has opened a portal within consciousness, revealing that each person carries within themselves the spark of infinity. This will be the greatest revelation. Humanity will discover, little by little, that true power has always been within them. We have reached the deepest point of this journey. The blood moon of September 7th and 8th, 2025, will not just be a spectacle for the eyes, but a call directly to the heart. It will not come to entertain, but to separate, reveal, and transform. This final call will echo within each person, demanding a decision that can no longer be postponed. To remain, or to be erased, to live in the light or to dissolve into the shadows. This will be the choice the red moon will place before humanity. This call will not be loud, but silent. It will come in the form of a shiver, a persistent thought, a recurring dream. It will come with the feeling that time is running out and that decisions must be made now. Many will try to stifle this inner voice, but it will be impossible to silence, for heaven itself will be a witness. Every heartbeat tonight will be like a bell, reminding us that the time has come, and even in the face of the tension of this moment, there will also be beauty, because the blood moon, while revealing the end of many paths, opens doors to a future never before possible. It will be the key that unlocks the passage to a more awakened, more conscious, more truthful humanity. This future will not be delivered ready-made. It will be built by those who accept the call and remain standing after the red night. But make no mistake, staying will require courage. There will be losses, tears, and ruptures. It will be necessary to leave behind everything that doesn't resonate with the new vibration. But at the same time, it will be a time of discovery, encounters, and rebirth. Because each step taken toward the light will be accompanied by invisible forces that will sustain the path. The moon's call is not only judgment, it is also a promise of renewal for those who accept to walk through the night. And if you've come this far with me, it's because something inside you already feels this calling. Maybe you can't explain it yet, but you know that the red night will speak directly to you. So, don't let this message pass you by. Subscribe to the channel now to continue walking with me on this journey, because what's to come is just the beginning. And to prove you stayed until the end, write the keyword in the comments. Blood. I want to see how many are truly awake to the call of the moon.